peace. Happy now. Matter of fact, gotta get straight into it. We don't want to really make this a think fast video, but just coming across the vibe of the ancient Lemurian ancestors, you know, starting to speak up and come up. You know, I'm seeing through my own experience, I'm seeing a lot of synchronicity where just a few days ago, my brethren was realizing that some crystals, let me see if I got them in my pocket. Some crystals we had, was some type of Madagascar crystals. And if you're not familiar with Madagascar, matter of fact, that's where a lot of unique crystals come from, especially like your ocean jasper. And matter of fact, gabbro is known as mystic merlinite or indigo gabbro. But Madagascar is a little island, right off of Africa, right off the coast of Africa, basically, still Africa. And matter of fact, a lot of those people there, because I have somebody that I know in my family that has lineage from Madagascar, and they got these light color, either haze or blue type of eyes. And then, so not only we found these crystals, so wind blowing. Sorry y'all, the wind. Matter of fact, they talking with me. These crystals coming from Madagascar. This is like a Madagascar green opal, right here. And this indigo gabbro come from Madagascar too. A matter of fact, ocean jasper does carry the energy of Atlantis. But I was just watching, shout out to Seven Bomar, one of his videos, his latest videos with talking about key makers and Kali. But it's like a 3-hour video, but he showed a map that connected Madagascar to Australia, like basically like another island underwater that in essence connects, from Australia to Madagascar and then connecting to the bottom of India. And some other things lined up with that, because lately, you had this situation where all of a sudden the news trying to bring up, to the forefront about the Sentinel Islands, and I remember coming across this information a while back and seeing about these people who would protect their island, and I saw pictures of them, and they're like, dark, like almost, this dark, but like with, with blue eyes, stuff like that, and even down to Doreen Virtue books, when she speak of Atlanteans, being dark skinned with the blue eyes. And then you got, and two, they have some of the eldest DNA, on this realm, on this plane of existence. And then also the Solomon Island people, who are kind of like off, like above Australia, like in the little Philippine area, Philippine, Indonesia, but that little, area, again, like, what it is, Southeast Asia, right above Australia, that little area. But, the Solomon Islands people who are, they naturally have blonde hair and like, hazel or bluish eyes, tan skin, and they have some of the eldest DNA. And within that area too. So I'm like, and then you got the Angkor Wat, connection, to the Kush Empire. And the Kush Empire is also, the quote unquote Ethiopia, stretched from the Horn of Africa out to, what they call modern day India, as well. So you have that little connection. But again, just now us, like, 2 days ago, it's like, man, I looked up this crystal, man, it's in Madagascar, green opal, and then we saw these pieces. I'm like, oh, that's some indigo gabbro, and I was just researching, and most of it comes from Madagascar, and it's most of the ocean, like it comes from like sediment in the ocean in essence, oceanic crust, so to speak. But that connection And then again, them having that little situation where that person trying to go to the Sentinel Islands and got they they put him on this transition, but that whole vibe is it's not coming up just for nothing. I'm seeing that little connection. So a lot of people, it might be a good time to work with some Lemurian quartz. Matter of fact, or some motion jasper, tap into that Atlantis energy. Or any little crystals, from the Madagascar area. But again, and that's why I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make this a thing fast or not, because I'm like, I may have some extra information coming down that I don't even know coming down, so let me not, which it don't matter anyway, but sometimes I try, I'm doing my best to work on, balancing, having somewhat of a little organization. But yeah, just that energy is definitely, reaching out right now. But again, that's just something, take what resonate, leave what don't, It's just something I felt moved by by the inner source. It was like, and then again after, and I know how that worked, again, like it just, like that little light bulb, we just became aware of these Madagascar crystals, just seeing that situation pop off with the Sentinel Island, because the Sentinel Island, really, when you look at that map on the Seven Bomar video, it's almost like in the middle of that, from what that map showed, And again, with me sharing, haven't did any further research. This is like in the moment of just, again, just that inner source vibe and just like saying share, but basically it. Going inward, realizing we got inner battles to take care of before we could even deal with, anything outward. And of course, we're still taking care of things, physically, but also remembering there's also inner things, when the mind, body, and soul, the thought, emotional, I ain't gonna say the action, but thought, emotional body, that needs to be taken care of. Say thought, emotion, and physical. But it's definitely, again, just something, putting it out there. It's up to you whether they resonate or not. So, apologies if the wind blowing too much on the audio. I definitely see it acting up around me. See around here have tsunamis when it rains. Louisiana winter, which it feel a little different though. Peace. Have it now. Now the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace.